former White House budget official and fiscal policy expert, Paul Winfree. You've got that smile on your face. You seem like, just you're in such a good mood to talk about this. It's tax season. We're all getting our returns. We're all getting all of our documents. Should we be concerned that all of these audits, particularly regarding the IRS, would somehow impact us and our tax returns?
Look, I love talking about government efficiency, and what DOGE is doing absolutely excites me. I mean, I truly cannot believe that this is not a normal function of government, that there aren't people whose jobs it is to sit at Treasury and make sure that the money that's going out of the government on a daily basis is not fraudulent, is not wasteful, and is totally efficient. I don't think that people's tax returns in any way are going to be meaningfully affected by what DOGE is doing, in part because they've already sent a message to folks whose jobs it is to process those tax returns, that they expect them to show up and do their jobs through tax season. I mean, this is the busiest time at the Treasury Department. So I don't think that that's a concern at all for Americans.
I have to ask you, because I want to stick with this topic, the focus of our interview with the IRS, but Ari Fleischer posting on X yesterday that basically the fact is the government has had all number of companies audit at different times. They are paid millions and millions of dollars to do that, accessing information. Is it a fair argument to say that what DOGE is doing is no different, except for the fact that they're using more technology than perhaps we've ever seen before, but they're doing the job that other people were paid for? DOGE is actually doing it, in essence, for free. So, is there a comparison there?
Bingo. Right. So they're private, just like Ari Fleischer said, they're private companies that audit the government's books every day. At the same time, there's a government agency called the Government Accountability Office that was created in 1921, whose job it is to audit federal programs and make sure that the money that the taxpayers give the government is being spent efficiently and wisely. What DOGE is doing is two things. One, they're raising the profile of waste, fraud, and abuse, so that the general public actually knows about it and that there's political will to do something about it in Congress. And the second thing that they're doing is that they're using new technologies like AI to go through some of the payment data that Treasury is making, but these other agencies too, just to make sure that there aren't anomalies that are showing up that we should pay more attention to. And that's it's an absolutely critical service that Elon Musk is doing with a team that is not very large. I mean, the Government Accountability Office has something like 3,200 employees. DOGE has something like 40. So the efficiency of DOGE in and of itself is quite incredible.
Real quickly, what do you think is the biggest misnomer or misconception of what is happening right now? I mean, in Washington, we've never had this level of transparency where people are seeing, the pulling back of a curtain. But obviously, you could find that some people would be concerned that somebody with the level of Musk's power and prestige, and he has X, and he's a billionaire, and he has government contracts, that he's somehow able to, leverage this or benefit from this. What do you tell those folks who are skeptical?
I don't think Elon has anything to gain from this besides his love for America. That is why he is doing this. I mean, at the end of the day, the reason why people are so upset about this is that they're shaking things up. The Trump administration is shaking things up. And, it's as Elon keeps saying here, the people who are screaming about what DOGE is doing, they're probably the same folks who have been taking advantage of all of these wastes and inefficiencies for so long. And so, this has been a long time coming. I think that the American public should be extremely excited about what Elon and his team are doing at DOGE. And I personally, as someone who's been working in this space for the last 20 years, hope that they keep going and are going to be cheerleading them from the outside.
Paul Winfree, thank you for joining us, and thank you for giving us all calm that we could probably get our returns back just like normal, even though nothing else about this year is normal. Thank you, Paul.
Thank you for watching. Go to newsnationnow.com to find NewsNation on your television provider. And don't forget to click the red subscribe button below to get more of NewsNation's fact-driven, unbiased coverage.